This is the At Home with Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home, reporting and reviewing on the game that just finished at the Den. What did it finish?
It finished Millwall 0.
Huddersfield Town 3. The elation of midweek. And a great run we've been on comes crashing down to earth in typical Millwall fashion. To be fair, we were out-defended, we were out-attacked, we were outplayed, we were out-fought. And the 3 points deservedly go to Huddersfield Town today. However, I would say 3-0 is a massively flattering scoreline. I think maybe, just them nicking it or just getting over the line would have been a fair scoreline. 3-0 is no reflection of the game. But we started with a changed lineup. Obviously, Kenneth Sahor out injured. We started with Bartosz Białkowski in goal. We started with the back three centre-backs of Murray Wallace, Jake Cooper and Sean Hutchinson. Left wing back was Scott Malone. Right wing back was Marlon Romeo. In front, we had Ryan Woods and Ryan Leonard. And in front of those, we had the front three of Tom Bradshaw. Left wing was Conor Mahoney and right wing was Jed Wallace. Before we go on, thank you very much for the comments in the last video. They were really nice to read and some very nice things that were put. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to keep doing it even if we do end up winning 3-0. First minute of the game, second minute of the game, there's a corner into the box. Jake Cooper is wrestled to the ground.
He literally gets rugby tackled.
Properly rugby tackled. It's a penalty all day long. It's not given. The ball goes out of play. The ball goes back into the box. Hutchinson's then brought to the ground. The referee stops it. Again, the whistle goes after the ball's in play. He warns the Huddersfield player. So I suppose they get 2-3 goes, 2-3 rugby tackles before. If we're given a penalty, Jed's obviously deadly from penalties. We go 1-0 up. It changes the complexion of the game and we look more comfortable.
Because they would be on the back foot. We would be pressing. We would be trying to win. We would be trying to get more goals and trying to.
But Gavin Ward bottles it, the little prick that he is. And then from then on, first 20 minutes, I felt that we attacked well. We dominated the possession. Never really created too many chances, which is the only problem. A lot of time spent in the Huddersfield end. They like to play the ball back out from the back and did that very well today. But we didn't quite create enough opportunities in the time that we had possession in their area. And then they go away, break away. The ball's played out to the right. He cuts it back in. The striker just gets Karoma. Obviously, we're beat by Karoma today. No backroom staff. And the lockdown speech is going on as we speak this, as we talk on this video. The ball comes back, Karoma gets there in front of the defender. The ball goes through.
It's definitely blockable.
It goes through Cooper and Hutchinson and squirms its way into the bottom left-hand corner. And from then on, I thought that Huddersfield dictated the rest of the first half. We couldn't really get on it. Our heads dropped. Too many players had bad days today, and I think it was tough to go again from the elation that was Wednesday. They really worked hard at Preston. And we outworked Preston, and today we got outworked, and that sometimes is all it needs. And like I said, we had some really bad performances. Marlon Romeo was dreadful today. Probably could have got sent off in the second half. He was on the booking and made a couple of silly challenges. His crossing into the box was absolutely dreadful. I felt that Ryan Leonard didn't have his best game today either. Tom Bradshaw was completely anonymous in the first half, and obviously Matt Smith's come on. He didn't really do too much either.
He tried to do much, but no one was playing in good balls to him. They were doing absolutely nothing to help him. And he got in the way of Ryan Leonard once when he was going into the box. But he tried today.
Jed Wallace and Conor Mahoney, when they got on the ball, looked to cause them problems. Again, final ball, final shot. Jed Wallace in the second half. About 60 minutes in, the ball breaks to him on the edge of the box and he tries to put it in the top corner and he misses the target.
Over.
But, things like that, they cost you games. You've got to put them in the back of the net, and that's where Huddersfield did. They were quite clinical. I remember Bart making one save, but other than that, they seemed to score with nearly every attack that they had. Obviously, they make it 2-0 with Pippa, I think his name was, and he was a bright spark. He came on for Huddersfield, done really well, attacking down the left and put Marlon under a load of pressure. Obviously, the goal's very, very weak, and it's Bart's second mistake in 4 games. He's flapped at it, and to be fair, every angle I've seen, it didn't look like it's gone over the line. But obviously, you've got goal line technology, so it's...
And on the actual iFollow, there wasn't any goal line technology, so we didn't know exactly if that was
over the line. It didn't look it, but it must have been because the goal line technology gave it. And then the third goal was a breakaway, poor from Hutch on the centre circle, tries to win the ball weakly, I would say. Tries to win the ball weakly, doesn't get anything. The player's allowed to turn. He runs straight at Cooper, passes the ball, good timing to O'Brien of all people on the right wing, not that O'Brien, and then he puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. And from
it wasn't really the bottom; it was in the middle of the goal.
Yeah, but it was a good finish, to be fair.
Yeah, Bart's never saving that one.
Clinical from Huddersfield, and like I said, they played the ball out from the back really well. They put themselves under pressure, but they were able to play out of that. Whereas when they put us under pressure at the back, we tended to go too long, certainly in the first half, and that's not what Bradshaw's on the pitch for. He did win one flick on to Jed Wallace, which was excellent, but you're not going to get much more from him. And it's a disappointing performance, especially because we've been playing so well. You don't know how much not having Gary Rowett and his backroom staff, obviously Adam Barrett not there, whether it's taken its toll. It was brilliant on Wednesday, but having that tactical nous. We've made a substitution at half time with Matt Smith coming on for Tom Bradshaw, and I felt Mason Bennett, they took too long to bring him on. We could see that we changed to a 4-1-3-1 formation with Wood sitting just in front of the back four, and then a front three before Matt Smith of obviously Conor Mahoney, Jed Wallace and Scott Malone as one of those three. I thought it was a perfect opportunity. As soon as you change formation to go to that, you bring Mason Bennett on. Maybe he's not fit. You look at that, we've been unlucky. So Horse, come on, he's played well, and then he's got injured. The same with Troy Parrott. We've not seen much of Troy Parrott. He's got injured. Injuries have taken its toll on ultimately a small squad. That's not taking it away from Huddersfield. Like I said, they were the better side today. And sometimes in the Championship, you're going to come up against teams that outfight you and outplay you, because all round the pitch, man for man, I felt that they had the better player than us. From 1 to 11, their player in the same positions as ours played better than ours. And that's going to win them games. It's hard not to be disappointed. We've now got two games, a very tough away game at Norwich, where we very rarely pick up anything. And then we're at home to Sheffield Wednesday, who have really struggled in the last couple of weeks. But it's the Championship. Who knows? It's a few of the teams around us lost today, so it doesn't put us completely out of the thing. Do you have a man of the match for us?
The first half, I was saying Jed Wallace was playing really well, but he ruined it in the second half. But I'm going to give it to him just because his first half performance, and he really tried for the team in the first half. So that's the only man that really stood out to me.
That's fair enough. I don't really have a man of the match, if I'm honest. And it's what's important is that, when you're up and everything's great, then everyone has a great game. And then when it's bad, then everyone has a bad game. And it's not so much that, But we did have a couple of really poor performances today, and that needs to iron itself out if we're going to go. We've got aspirations of going up, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have those. There's no reason why this squad of players shouldn't be looking at the playoffs, looking at automatic promotion and thinking we've got enough to do it.
Because we have got enough to get promoted. We can definitely get promoted this season if we can just focus on making every game just perfect.
Defensively, we looked a little bit more vulnerable than we have done recently. Attacking-wise, it's a little bit of the same old story where we're not creating enough chances. That's got to change, whether it's the formation, whether we should have started with two up front against a Huddersfield team that, defensively playing really well against us.
They're really tall as well, Huddersfield. Yeah, that's what I learned today.
Obviously, yeah, they are. But Toffolo, I thought, had a really good game at left-back, the ex-Millwall player. Overall, beaten by the better team. We go again Tuesday night, where we will be doing an at-home with TT and Zac. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't done. No one likes us.
We don't care.